Today, I would like to talk about an important skill in learning English: listening. Listening is one of the most essential parts of communication. Without good listening skills, it becomes difficult to understand others, respond correctly, and participate in conversations. Many English learners focus mainly on speaking, reading, and writing, but listening is just as important. Listening is not just about hearing sounds, it is about understanding meaning. It requires attention, practice, and the right strategies. So, how can we improve our English listening skills? Today, I will share several effective strategies that can help you become a better listener. First, one of the most important strategies is active listening. Active listening means paying full attention to what you hear. Instead of just hearing sounds, you focus on understanding the meaning. When you listen, try to avoid distractions. For example, put your phone away and concentrate on the speaker or audio. Also, think about what is being said instead of just letting the words pass by. Second, it is helpful to listen regularly. Practice makes perfect. The more you listen to English, the more familiar you will become with different accents, pronunciation, and vocabulary. You can listen to English every day through songs, podcasts, movies, or videos. Even listening for just 10 to 15 minutes a day can make a big difference over time. Third, try to listen to a variety of materials. Do not limit yourself to only one type of content. For example, you can listen to conversations, news reports, interviews, or stories. Each type of material helps you learn different listening skills. Conversations can help you understand everyday English, while news programs can improve your understanding of formal language. Another useful strategy is to focus on key words instead of every single word. Many learners try to understand every word, and when they miss one word, they feel lost. However, this is not necessary. Native speakers also do not catch every single word. Instead, focus on important words such as nouns, verbs, and key ideas. These words will help you understand the overall meaning. Next, it is important to predict what you will hear. Before listening, think about the topic. For example, if the topic is about travel, you can expect to hear words related to airports, hotels, or transportation. Making predictions helps your brain get ready and makes it easier to understand the content. Another useful technique is taking notes while listening. You do not need to write everything, just write down important points or key ideas. This helps you remember what you hear and improves your concentration. Over time, you will become better at identifying important information quickly. In addition, you should repeat and replay audio. Listening once is often not enough, especially for learners. Do not be afraid to listen to the same audio multiple times. The first time, you may only understand a little. The second or third time, you will understand more details. Repetition helps improve both comprehension and confidence. Also, it is very useful to listen and read at the same time. For example, you can use subtitles or transcripts. First, listen without reading to test your understanding. Then, listen again while reading the text. This helps you connect spoken words with written forms and improves your vocabulary and pronunciation. Another important strategy is to get familiar with different accents. English is spoken in many countries, and each has its own accent. At first, it may be difficult to understand different accents, but with practice, it becomes easier. Try listening to speakers from different countries, such as the United States, the United Kingdom, Australia, and others. Moreover, do not be afraid of making mistakes or not understanding everything. It is normal to feel confused sometimes. Learning a language takes time and patience. Instead of feeling discouraged, use it as motivation to keep practicing. Finally, one of the best ways to improve listening is to engage in real communication. Try talking to native speakers or other learners. When you have conversations, you practice both listening and speaking at the same time. This real-life practice is very valuable and helps you become more confident. In addition to the strategies I have already mentioned, there are still many other effective ways to improve English listening skills. One useful method is shadowing. Shadowing means listening to a speaker and repeating what they say at the same time or immediately after. This technique helps you improve not only your listening, but also your pronunciation and fluency. At first, it may feel difficult, but with practice, you will become more comfortable. Start with short and simple audio, then gradually move to longer and more complex materials. Another important strategy is to learn connected speech. In natural English, words are often linked together, and sounds can change. For example, want to often sounds like wanna, and going to becomes gonna. Understanding these patterns can make listening much easier because you will recognize how words are actually spoken in real life, not just how they are written. It is also helpful to train your ears with dictation exercises. Dictation means listening to an audio clip and writing down exactly what you hear. This forces you to pay close attention to every sound, word, and sentence. After finishing, you can compare your writing with the original text to check your mistakes. This is a powerful way to improve accuracy and attention to detail. Should set clear listening goals. For example, you might decide to understand the main idea of a short conversation or learn 5 new words from a podcast. Having a clear goal keeps you motivated and focused. It also helps you measure your progress over time. Another effective approach is to use context clues. Sometimes you may not understand certain words, but you can guess their meaning from the situation. Pay attention to tone, body language, and the overall topic. These clues can help you understand the message even if some words are unfamiliar. In addition, try to practice listening in different environments. Real-life listening doesn't always happen in a quiet place. Sometimes there is background noise, such as in a cafe, on a bus, or in a crowded room. Practicing in different environments will prepare you for real-world situations and improve your ability to focus. You can also improve your listening by watching English movies and TV shows. This method is both fun and educational. At first, you can watch with subtitles in your native language, then switch to English subtitles. Finally, try watching without subtitles. This gradual approach helps you build confidence and improve comprehension step by step. Another useful idea is to listen for different purposes. Sometimes you listen for general understanding, and other times you listen for specific information. For example, when listening to a weather report, you may only want to know the temperature. Practicing different types of listening will make you more flexible and skilled. Moreover, it is important to build your vocabulary. The more words you know, the easier it becomes to understand spoken English. Try to learn new words regularly and review them often. When you hear a new word, write it down, learn its meaning, and practice using it in sentences. You should also pay attention to intonation and stress. These are important features of spoken English. Intonation refers to the rise and fall of the voice, while stress refers to the emphasis placed on certain words or syllables. These features can change the meaning of a sentence. By understanding them, you will improve both your listening and speaking skills. Another strategy is to be patient and consistent. Improving listening skills doesn't happen overnight. It takes time and regular practice. Even if you only practice for a short time each day, consistency is more important than intensity. Small daily efforts can lead to significant improvement over time. Additionally, try to reflect on your listening practice. After each session, think about what you understood well and what you found difficult. This reflection helps you identify your strengths and weaknesses so you can focus on improving specific areas. It is also beneficial to use technology and online resources. Today, there are many apps, websites, and platforms designed to improve listening skills. These tools often provide interactive exercises, quizzes, and feedback, making learning more engaging and effective. Another important point is to develop a positive attitude. Sometimes learners feel frustrated when they cannot understand everything. However, it is important to stay positive and confident. Remember that making mistakes is a natural part of learning. Every challenge is an opportunity to improve. Finally, try to immerse yourself in English as much as possible. Surround yourself with the language in your daily life. For example, you can change your phone settings to English, listen to English music, or follow English-speaking content online. The more exposure you have, the more natural listening will become. Listening is a very important skill in learning English. It helps us understand other people and communicate better. However, many students find listening difficult. Sometimes we cannot catch every word, and we feel confused. But don't worry, this is normal. With the right strategies, we can improve step by step. First, one important strategy is active listening. This means you should focus carefully when you listen. Do not think about other things. Try to understand the meaning, not just the words. For example, when you listen to someone speaking, look at them and pay attention. Second, you should practice listening every day. Practice is very important. You can listen to English songs, watch movies, or listen to podcasts. Even 10 minutes a day can help you improve. The more you listen, the better you will understand. Third, try to listen to different types of content. For example, you can listen to conversations, news, or stories. This will help you understand different speaking styles and vocabulary. Another useful tip is to focus on key words. You do not need to understand every word. Just listen for important words, like nouns and verbs. These words can help you understand the main idea. Next, try to guess the topic before listening. For example, if the topic is about food, you may hear words like restaurant, menu, or delicious. This helps your brain get ready. Also, it is helpful to listen more than once. The first time, you may not understand much, but when you listen again, you will understand more. Repeating is a good way to learn. Another good method is to use subtitles or transcripts. First, listen without reading. Then, listen again with subtitles. This helps you connect spoken and written words. In addition, try shadowing. This means you repeat what you hear. For example, listen to a sentence and say it again. This helps your listening and speaking at the same time. You should also learn about connected speech. In real life, English words are often joined together. For example, going to becomes gonna. Learning this will make listening easier. Another helpful activity is dictation. Listen to audio and write what you hear, then check your answers. This helps you focus and improve accuracy. It is also important to learn new vocabulary. The more words you know, the easier listening becomes. Try to learn a few new words every day. Don't forget to listen to different accents. English is spoken in many countries. Listening to different accents will help you understand more people. Also, try to practice in real situations. Talk to friends, teachers, or other learners. Real communication helps you improve faster. Most importantly, be patient and positive. Learning takes time. It is okay to make mistakes. Do not give up. Keep practicing and you will improve. Finally, try to use English in your daily life. Listen to music, watch videos, or change your phone to English. The more you use English, the more natural it becomes. In conclusion, listening is a key skill in learning English. By practicing regularly, focusing on key ideas, and using these strategies, you can improve your listening step by step. Remember, you do not need to be perfect. Just keep trying and never give up. Thank you for listening.